Okay, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm just going to show the cards really quick. Well, yeah, whenever I shouldn't, I'm not going to say that anymore. Yeah, so I forgot one of the dreams that was the one that actually prompted me to share all those dreams. So, I'll do that at the end. Hopefully I can remember, but, so usually I show shuffling, but because I don't do like intentional readings anymore, so I just so I never know if I'm going to share it. So I'm not going to be shuffling on camera, sharing it. What? So, but if I'm called to share something that, a reading that I do for myself, oracle reading. If I feel called to share that, then I will. But this is why you're not going to see the shuffling, because, yeah, I wasn't intending on sharing it. So hence why I'm just sharing the cards. It's like people, yeah, whatever. Back then, I don't deal with that anymore, but people complain that you don't shuffle the cards on camera, and then you do, and then they complain you do too much shuffling, and it's like, whatever. You just have to get to a point where you just do you, and you don't apologize, you don't explain yourself, you just, even if you mess up, I mean, there's no, I don't know, as long as you're learning the lessons, there's no apology. Where's the sorry in that? If you've gained knowledge and you grew, where's the apology? So anyway. Let me share, let's see. Let's do the angels. My mouth's kind of dry. I'm grabbing my bucha. Okay, so the angel cards, when I was shuffling, this one turned sideways. Was it? Yeah. And that's Metatron. Enoch, okay? So, with miracles. And then this one, because I'm like, well, it turned sideways. It didn't like jump out. I'm like, okay, so I'll just keep going. But before I could really even get that out, this card flipped out and fell on the floor. And that's Sandalphon, and that's the other angel that went straight from being a man to, ascending to. So Elijah, that's Elijah, which is a form of my son's name as well. And that's love. Okay, so we have miracles, and with Metatron, and then love with Sandalphon. And he brings song as well. Okay. Then I'm like, okay, well, since that one like came out before I could even finish, my thought, I said, okay, give me one more. And I'm like, probably Gabriel, because he's been talking to me so much lately. And of course, there we go. That flipped out and landed on the computer. So, standing at the stove and fellowshipping and doing a reading for myself. And okay, so, and that's balance. So we have, and then of course you see the square 4 that represents the earth, and the circle, because everything's a circle. Oh, synchronicity. Thank you, angels. I was trying to think of the word earlier that I broke down, and I was like, well, sin and crone. Crone is like chrome, like color, and sin is like sine wave. So when you synchronize with someone, you're vibrating at, it could be even referred to as a certain color. So it could be expressed mathematically, crystallinely, like with cymatics and sacred geometry. It can be expressed through sound, color, and vibration. So Gabriel, okay, so anyway, let me just read these and then I'll get into the other cards. Mango kombucha, all they had was 2 kombucha, like regular ones that didn't have like the alcohol in there, you know. But it's not my favorite. I love mango though, but I like the really like ginger, raspberry, bilberry, something crazy. Cause I have mango all the time. And it just doesn't seem that strong in the kombucha. On the kombucha side, you know, the kombucha factor isn't like, for whatever reason, with the mango. Anyway, side note, okay. Okay, let me get the little booklet because, oh, it's right here. Because, okay, so these cards, and not just with these ones, they were like, so I would read, like for the loved one, I'm reading that, and it says miracles in it, and here's the miracles card right here. And then I was reading another one, it said balance, and I have the balance card right here. So they were just all reconfirmed. So it was just, that's why I had to share this. And of course, because Metatron, and then when I saw Sandalphon, I'm like, I already have to share this. And then Gabriel, of course, he's always nudging you to speak. So, okay, let's do miracles. Metatron and miracles. So miracles are changes of perception. Exactly. So when you tune in with your perception, which is your heart, really, then you just see the things that were always there, but you just couldn't see them before. So miracles are changes of perception, and Metatron wishes you to know that like the miracle of newborn life, you are bringing your creative force to the fore. Like the forefront, but they just say fore. Why do they have to try to be all whatever that is, the thing that they're doing right there when they say that? Do anticipate a miracle occurring, for when we open ourselves to miracles, we relinquish our fear to God. To Metatron, who stands on the right hand of the divine, therefore, wait. Relinquish your first to Metatron, who stands on the right hand of the divine. Oh, okay, there's a period there. Therefore, open your mind to the possibility of any challenge you may have being lifted from your shoulders, and when you have let go, the source, capital S, will gift you with unexpected joy. Please chant He from the throat chakra to enhance Metatron's magic. And I always do E, the double E's, baby. So that says H-I like hi, it's He. Okay, so let me read that part. Do anticipate a miracle occurring, for when we open ourselves to miracles, we relinquish our fear to God. To Metatron, who stands on the right hand of the divine. So they just put a comma instead of and. Just like how the Bible does it and makes it all right, stumbly. Okay. So throat chakra to enhance Metatron's magic. So miracles, okay. And then we have Sandalphon with love. I'm just going to read through the cards here. Just kind of go through it quickly. So, Sandalphon. So we just did Metatron with Miracles. Hope you guys can see the lighting is like, you know, overhead right now. So we're gonna do Sandalphon, Love. So Enoch is Metatron, Elijah is Sandalphon. Beloved, you are a child of God and a peace lover at heart. Yes, I love my peace. I love peace. Oh, that's my most favorite thing. This angelic oracle comes to you as a signal that new love or a renewed love is dawning for you. See life through the compassionate eyes of your guardian angel who emanates the Christos. Yes, capital C, Christos. That just means, well, Christos means golden in, I think that's the Greek. So Christos, your guardian angel who emanates the Christos and perceive that love as being uncompromisingly beautiful. That was a multi-syllabic word. That was uncompromisingly beautiful. Okay. Look to the beauty that you will create for all in radiance of your love, which is a prism of the divine. Ooh. Shifting your perspective to the angelic realm means you become a human angel. Capital A. Human is lowercase h. And start to spark miracles all around you. Okay, so there's miracles, right? I thought I remembered that, right? I did. Thank you, angels. So chant Om Namah Shivaya to enliven your peace. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. It's fun doing the Jewish chants. It's, you know, and jumping up and down and singing it and clapping your hands. Be silly. So, okay, Gabriel, balance, Gabriel. Oh, Gabriel's the divine messenger. Okay. Divine messenger. So what, Metatron, what do they call him? I think he's the, he's the twin flame mofo. I know that. Metatron. I know Tron is like like translate, transcend, okay? And meta is after, like metaphysics. Oh, the supernal teacher. Supernal teacher, and then Sandalphon is considered the, according to this deck, the sacred guardian. Okay, very good. That makes sense too with the with music and the vibration, how that's a guardian. Yeah, we won't go in all that, but okay, did I lose my place with Gabriel? Where'd you go? I did, didn't I? Pulled my finger out of where I had Gabriel marked. Okay, so Gabriel, balance. Gabriel wants you to know you have been too busy and wishes you to become more earthed, to take stock of past actions that have resulted in your life process becoming out of equilibrium. Whenever our yin-yang dualistic force moves out of balance, our energy drops. Gabriel asks you to create harmony by yielding to meditation and stillness, so that the divine messengers may remove your burdens Gaze at the wonderfully integrated intelligence of Leonardo da Vinci's art, whatever. And you will feel an altogether different state emerging. Then Om Mani Padme Om. Om Mani Padme Om. Om. Okay, I like Om Namah Shivaya, but then Om Mani Padme Om, chanted 3 times, will rebalance your process, as this mantra opens compassionate yielding in our hearts. Okay, so those are the angel cards. That's from the Angels of Atlantis. There's the booklet right there. We prefer Lemuria, but whatevs. We'll deal with it. We done dealt with it. So let's see. Let's do this because there's just one. And then we can just be done with this booklet. Okay. Okay, so this is the enchanted wing, or the winged enchantment oracle deck. So, I don't know if this is sticking or running slow. I have like a bunch of tabs open and the fan's like going, but whatever. I have to get to those. But I'm a researcher. What can I say? Whatever. I'm not like a production artist either. Well, I kind of am, but I don't have time when it comes to like getting out messages. Yeah, the messages need to come out quickly or they get backed up. So, magpie, interestingly enough, I was thinking of this bird and I'm like, well, yeah, like mockingbird, because that fake it till you make it came into my head. I'm like, that, that cheesy whatever. So, but I remembered that correlated to one of the cards in this deck because I had pulled it before, and I'm like, I think that's the mockingbird. Like, you just copy something and you try on different things for size, just like growing up, you kind of copy your older brother and you play soccer or you do that or whatever. And then you just see what fits, and then you can kind of gauge who you are and what you resonate with and so on and so forth. So this card came to mind. I was like, I don't think it's mockingbird. I think it's the magpie, which I know is the mockingbird because I don't remember that title, like that specific name of the bird on the card. So yeah. Interestingly enough, and that's the card that came out. I'm like, oh, well, there you are. I had forgotten that I was thinking of that, even as I was shuffling. And then it came out and reminded me, oh, okay. So, magpie, and that's a 21, 777. Reduces to 3. 21's a very special number because it has 3 sevens. Reduces to 3 and it's 777. So magpie. Oh, this print's a little smaller here. I am magpie, the grand master of complexity. I am dabbler, thief, and magician. Sounds like Jesus. Oh, coming like a thief in the night, and you got Melchizedek, and okay. Anyway, I am the great illusion, reflecting multiplicity of experience. Things may not be what they seem. Now it sounds like some Luciferian shit, but they could be better than you had ever imagined. There may be tricks about, but you need to stay one bold step ahead. I am here to discern your true colors and coax them out into the light. Yeah, synchronicity. What bold ideas are you hoarding in the safety of your nest? Sorry, I'm reading this slowly because it's a lot smaller. What precious gems lay hidden beneath the trash heap of wasted time and squandered resources? I am here to unearth the treasure and hold it up to the light. What bold new colors reveal themselves? What shadows are creeping up from behind? What conversation are you avoiding with your own internal chatter? It is time to shed the safety net and go for the most dazzling jewels of your experience. Yeah, I liked that line when I read that. Have a gem of a day. Yeah, that was one thing that because I have this book of all this, like, these different ideas and stuff, like gem juices, gem quality juices, like how you say gem quality for different, sapphires or whatever. So a gem is, I think gem would be something that doesn't have, like, flaws and stuff. It's really high grade, no inclusions and so on and so forth. So I just know that because my parents were all into that, especially my dad. They had the Gem Institute, is it GIA, Gem Institute of or something, whatever, like gemology books and stuff. So, but yeah, gem quality juices was one of the brands. I was playing around with names and stuff, but yeah, because they look like, when you juice fresh juice, that's how I got the name, because you juice it, it's like fresh pineapple juice and you have them all to, like, in the fridge or whatever. The colors are just so radiant and beautiful. They look like sapphires, like, they look like gems. The ambrosia, the nectar of the gods. The gods. Okay, did I read all that? Oh, there's a little poem right here at the end. You have caught my attention. You have raised the stakes. You are shining in the light. You are magpie. There was a girl I didn't like very much. Well, we were friends in 6th grade. I don't know what happened to her over the summer, but we all came back together in junior high, and she was like, I don't know, turned into this little gangster bully. Whatever. She was like this nice Southern girl, like I don't know, the new girl in my 6th grade class, and we were all friends. And I don't know, didn't see her very much over the summer. And then all of a sudden, I was like, whoa. But yeah, that's the only magpie that I remember. Yeah, I think about people like that these, like people who were bullies and whatever, and how they changed and what made them be like that. And you gotta be a really hurting individual to just be mean to someone for no reason. But that's why we have to have the Christ consciousness and look to the core of everything, and not get all, because we'll get all tripped up in layers. That's why just cut to the chase, cut to the core of it, the core, the heart, the center. That's where Jesus is. So that's what he gets right to. That's where the truth is. So we don't need to fumble around with all these layers, superficial layers, which is what, like, the whole twin flame is, getting caught up in the layers and the ruffled feathers, and never getting to it's like getting to the meat and potatoes. You're just staying on the appetizer. You got to keep moving forward. And the twin flame thing is like a carousel, because it's a tool, and you'll always have it. And you'll know that when you get a dream about your twin or something, that God's trying to give you a message, and there's something that he wants to work on you with. So if he shows you your twin, that'll be an indicator that there's something there that he wants you to take a look at yourself. Okay, so twin flame It's a tool. Once you've moved past it and you realize what it is, it becomes a tool for you. Okay, because it just really personalizes it, right? So you really, you feel the emotion, you do all the things that God wants you to do. Feel it, think about, reflect on it, all that. So if it's a person, you're going to be more, there's going to be an emotional response, which is what God wants, so that you will pay attention, change, do something, whatever it is, just listen to the message. Magpie. So, okay, let me just see. Ooh, this feather coming out of here is all rainbow colored. And all these birds seem to just be like illuminated and giving off their own light. This feather right here. This big one coming out right here. Rainbow. It's just, I can't believe these are like all paintings and stuff, and then, I mean, decks, they're not that expensive, and you think, how many, like in a tarot deck, there's like 72 or what, I don't know. And, man, that's a lot of art. That's a lot of just time, unless you're just like on supercharge or whatever, flown in spirit when you're doing art and you just pump it out or something. I don't know, but so I really appreciate, I don't take for granted all the time, effort, the writing, the artwork that goes into all of these decks, the thought behind it and everything. So take another drink here. Tastes like mango beer. It's pretty yummy. Okay, so this card flipped out and I shuffled really well. Both styles, both ways. Sinner style, casino style, and the other sinner style, tarot style. Oh, Hawthorne. And I already knew this was for the heart. That came through totally different secret before I even had this deck. So, and so you see, okay, five fingers and toes, 5 petals on a flower. It's a very organic number, 5. Okay. Okay, we're just like the 5-pointed star too. The head and the 2 appendages. Well, he might have another appendage. I don't know. Does he? I don't know. I have to get out the jeweler's loop first. Okay. Just the card. I'm not talking about you, Gabriel. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. Archangel Gabriel. We freaking love you. Oh, that's funny. Look what I just flipped open to. The yew tree. I freaking love you, Archangel Gabriel. I realized on my video I misspelled and put Gavera with a Y, but I'm like, well, maybe it's supposed to be that way, so I just left it. So it's supposed to be Gavura, but I didn't realize when I typed it, I misspelled it. That happens every once in a while, but I was like, it just looked right, so we left it alone. Alright, so, okay, what section is this in? The color I'm looking in. Just the right color. interesting. I'm trying to find this here. Okay, it's back here. Jeez. Alright. Excuse me, my throat's a little itchy. I noticed there was, even though they weren't spraying today, and you can't see, but it's like all pink. Pretty much this guy almost all pink now, but you can tell when there's a lot of aluminum. You know how you can see like in the rays of the sun coming through a window or whatever, and you like walk past and you can see like the lint coming off you or whatever. But you can tell that it's aluminum because it'll linger for a lot longer. It'll be really kind of reflective and sparkly and rainbowy. Okay, so you'll see like blue and red and pinkish and different colors, and so it'll be rainbowy, sparkly, really fine and all the same kind of looking. It won't look like a mixture of like fuzz and like fibers off your clothes and stuff like that. So yeah, I saw that quite a bit today. That's why my mouth's kind of dry and my throat's a little tickly. I just breathe it in and it just embeds in you. So what you gonna do? Hawthorne says magic. That's funny because it is a pentagram. Well, it's not a pentagram. It's not in a circle. Okay, it's just, we're not doing witchcraft over here or anything. Anyone? Not that I even know what that is because I don't look really into that. I just follow my daily bread guidance from God directly. So anyway, it's funny. It says magic, and one of the angel cards said magic, right? And then the magpie, I believe, she said magic. So okay, all this miracle magic. Okay. So the Deva message, and the Deva is considered like the spirit that speaks from the tree, the oracle of the tree. Okay. The Devas, and if you spell Devas backwards, it's saved. Anyway, yeah, the trees will save your butt. Well, not for what's coming, but this is a different video, so I'm not talking about that. Wow, this is really small and fine and in italics. Wow. Wee whoa whoa wah. I don't know if I can even read this. Treat me with caution and give me respect because I am an ancient and powerful tree. My thorns are sharp to give me protection. And wherever I'm sorry, you guys, this is like, wow. And wherever I grow is said to mark the entrance to the underground realm of the fairies. Yeah, hawthorn's considered like magical. It's good for your heart. You can make, I think, tea from the, always do your own research and get your own recipes and all that. Okay, and check with whoever you need to check with. I'm just saying according to my research. Hawthorn is good for the heart. And hawk, heart. The okay. Yeah. We have a screamer in his room, so he's a lion, he roars, what can I say? Screaming at the top of his lungs until he goes, what's it called when you don't, I don't know. I was going to say, not the opposite of death. Not the opposite of death, that would be hearing, but when you, talk box don't work. Yeah. He'll scream himself silent. That'll be fine. Okay, so the hawthorn, with its sharp thorns and intricate network of branches, has been grown as hedging for centuries. It is strongly associated with magic and spiritual cleansing. Its white flowers, born profusely in spring. Born with an E at the end. Born profusely in spring. Associated with the purity of the white goddess. It flowers around May Day, which is also the Celtic festival of Beltane. I'm not sure what that is, but I've heard it a couple times recently with all the end time stuff that I, yeah. End times. Yeah, so anyway, Beltane came up a couple times with how numbers, and I was getting numbers that were synchronizing with that, so it's interesting that that's there. I do mean to kid, but there was a synchronicity. I just can't remember exactly what Beltane was, but I did look it up once, I think. But I know it has something to do with a marker as far as like an anniversary was happening. Okay, Celtic Festival of Beltane, and it was believed to protect against the witches who were always very active at this turning point of the year. Hawthorn has been used as a herbal remedy to balance blood pressure and strengthen the heart. Yeah, so see, I knew it had something to do with the heart. So the world is full of miracles. Oh my gosh, there's that word miracles again. If you have eyes to see them, connect with the magic of your own senses and the power of nature. Rejoice as each new season arrives, savoring it for everything it can offer you. Yeah. I'm gonna, probably it's so weird, there's like a week off school. I've never experienced that ever. A week off in the middle of October just for no reason. Not even the week of Halloween, not even like some pagan worship. Just like just right in the middle of no reason. Fall break, because it has the same markings holiday as the Easter break and they call spring break, and Christmas vacations, winter break. So it's like it's fall break. So anyway, first time for that, just, was odd, I thought. Let's see if there's anything else here. Edible berries, long-lived, grows to about 50 feet or 15 meters tall. Native to Northern Europe, Western Asia, and Northwest Africa. Thorny. Bears edible flowers. Edible flowers and berries. Good to know. Yeah, I think, what does it make? What do you make the tea with? Does it say? Oh, it just says herbal remedy. But yeah, a lot of things you can use. The flowers, the seeds, the leaves, the bark, the roots. All of it, right? Just like God said. My daddy said so. My daddy can beat up your daddy. Who's your daddy? My daddy's God. Oh, okay, well, never mind. Then we have the same daddy, so I can't. My daddy doesn't beat himself up, so. Okay. Anyway, we're just being dumb. We don't care, but. So let's share. We have animal cards. Yeah, did you hear that one in the background? My son's a double Leo. Double round. Yeah. Okay, so this is from the Spirit Oracle deck, which has about, I think there's like 3 or 4 Christ cards in there. And the one right behind, let me just grab it really quick so I can remember what I'm trying to say. The beads of my purse rattling on the door. Interesting. I was counting things today. Well, not today, but on the same day. I was counting things a couple days ago, whatever. Yeah, so I counted. There's this little candle that came in a candle holder that I got. It was just a votive candle, but usually they're flat on the top, but this one was a little rosette like punched into the top, and I counted the petals of it before I lit it, and there were 12. And then I counted, this also was from the same thrift store, maybe the same day even. Wouldn't that be interesting? And then I counted them on the same day too. So these little things hanging down, the little beads. This was like under $3 at a thrift store, like $2.75, $2 something. Velvet purse, beaded, really cool. So anyway, there's 12 strings hanging on the bottom there. So yeah, we love 12. Makes us feel close to Jesus. Okay, so this is the deck. Spirit Oracle deck. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I grabbed that because thank you, team. It just reminded me. But, so I, just to top it off and make it, 3 or whatever, and just confirmation. Wait, was this the deck I opened up? Oh, maybe I didn't do that with this deck. Oh. Oh, yeah. Because the whole message from this deck was Speak Your Truth, and that was what ended up on the top. Because I can't remember if these both came out together. I think they might have. So I don't know if one came out and then I kept shuffling and another came out, or they both came out together. But when I was done and I had those 2 cards, that was what was left on the top. Speak Your Truth. Electra was on the bottom again. And I think she's the mother. She's the electric. She's Ariel. She makes the clouds. And I believe her daughter is Iris, the one of the rainbow. Okay. And I guess in Egyptian that would be Isis. I'm not sure, but I didn't know who Electra was, and she popped out when I did a reading for myself once. I think it was for myself or twin. I don't know. One of mine that I shared on my channel, but that's Electra, mother of the goddess of the rainbow, right? She birthed the goddess of the rainbow. So, electricity. So that's on the bottom of the deck. This was on the top, Speak Your Truth, and right behind that, forgiveness. Okay, so that's important because when I opened, so I got a couple from this deck too. This is a Journey of Love deck. I opened to the middle. I don't know if I'll do it again, but I'll find the card I opened up to. So it ended with heaven on the bottom, okay, which is 70. Okay, and that number keeps coming up for me. And that has to do with these like celebrate whatever anniversaries, this, that, whatever. And then 22 was on the top. That's master builder. That's partnership. Next year is going to be a 2-year. This year is a 1 year. So there's 22. Loving all that is. And isn't that heaven? Loving all that is. Okay. These cards are beautiful too. I don't know if these are graphic. It looks like a little temple down there. It looks like angels. All these images right here. I don't know how well that's going to come in, but there's like the spiral, like the 5, the golden ratio. It's all really nice light blue. It's really pretty. So the cards that came out, wait, what did I? Did I put them? What did I do? Oh, they're in the book, that's right. I was like, wait a second. Okay, so let me share these ones first because these are quicker. So with the Spirit deck, Spirit Oracle deck, this one. Okay, I just showed beautiful golden rose. Oh, look at that. Gold rose. So I saw this card and it said tranquility, and I said, oh, well, she looks like she's found her peace, her center, okay, in that balance card. But I think I did the angel cards maybe last, actually. I can't remember, but so I just thought, oh, she's open, she feels safe and peaceful enough to be naked and vulnerable and let her, spread her wings and open up and, okay, reveal her femininity. So tranquility. The first thing it says is trust. Exclamation point. Schnickety, schnickety, Wolverine. Okay, so all will turn out well. Everything will fall into place. Peace of mind and tranquility are soon restored. It comes through trust, faith. And then here's this one. Might be kind of dark, but it's really purpley. A lot of, I don't know if you can see that, but the sky, everything is purple on here. Beautiful. Emotional breakthrough. I like to do that. I don't know if I did that for this one. Okay, so emotional breakthrough, emotional transformation, release, freedom. It is safe for you to express how you feel. Let it all out. Relationships deepen as a result. And remember, this is what when I was done with the cards, or once, I don't know, like I said, I can't remember if they came out together, but once the second one came out, or whatever, they both fell out. That's what I ended on. Speak your truth. Okay. Oh, I gotta adjust my back's like, oh, my lower back's going numb. That's always cool. It's an awesome sensation. It's pretty awesome. Oh, okay. Blood flow. There we go. That's better. So, the Journey of Love cards is very interesting. So, Towering Magnificence, which is 30, that came out first. So, big temple, right? Okay. Then I believe these next two might have come out together. I can't remember the order, but I know the Towering Magnificence, that came out first. Then we have Ethereal Touch. And that's 27, and this is 17, Her Grace. And then the Temple. I mean, so, hello. This card likes to come out quite a bit. Well, I've seen it a couple times, so let's, first one's first. Oh my goodness, I might do the animal one separate. No, I just want to get through this, okay. So, Towering Magnificence, and that reduces to a 3 because it's card number 30. Here you go. Again. That's what we're looking at, folks, all right? Eye on the prize, eye on the prize. You are entering the presence of the truly great and sublime divinity. It is without form, yet exists within all forms. That's some deep yoke right there. Okay. It is humbling and yet asks nothing of you. It just is. And when we encounter it, we are moved beyond words, beyond mind, and into realms of the heart that we may never have experienced before. It takes a brave soul to meet the towering majesty of divine presence. It can be a terrifying experience as limitations, preconceived notions, and identities crumble in the wake of its light. You are being brought to this place out of love because you are ready. Your soul has been craving connection to something so much larger than itself, to find something worthy to which it can devote itself entirely. This greatness is becoming available to you now, to be witnessed to the extent that it is helpful. That is helpful, so that you may find the greater purpose of service which your heart craves. You are ready. This oracle brings you comfort that your inner path, you're opening up to, comfort that your inner path, you're opening up to direct experience of the divine presence. Oh, those are two things, okay. Is happening now, according to divine timing and grace. Okay, that's what I'm saying, like these cards were reconfirming each other, because we have the into grace right, or her grace right here, okay. This is also confirmation that you are connecting with your spiritual guidance more consciously now, and that any sense of self that appears to be falling away from you now is because your divinity has outgrown it and a new awareness is taking its place. So here's the little poem for it. Mighty sentinels connecting heaven and earth, wisdom of the ancients waiting for those who listen in the quiet. Okay, so let's do ethereal touch. Ether real. And that was on page 73 and 74 of the booklet. Okay, so ethereal touch, that's card number 27. That reduces to a 9. Just for all you number buffs, whatever. Well, if you are a number buff, you'd reduce it yourself. You wouldn't need me to tell you that, but... So this is on page 67 and 68. Spirit is present in your very touch at this time, and you are having an impact on the world around you, particularly your close relationships, in ways that are far more profound than may be immediately obvious. The touch of your soul is ethereal, spiritual, of light and sound. It moves the heart and opens pathways of possibility through love, faith, and trust that would otherwise be impossible to access. Trust in the presence of the divine in your touch, physical and spiritual. Your healing presence is making waves of love rise and stir in this world, and the divine lives and breathes through you, beloved. Remember that though the sacred temple, okay, so I'm reading Ethereal Touch and it mentions temple, which I haven't read yet. Okay, we have temple card, but we also have, okay, one that's similar to that. So, Ethereal Touch, no, back to that. So see how they're just all reconfirming each other. So remember that though the sacred temple of your body gifts you with hands through which to hold and give, it is the soul within the flesh that renders touch a sacred healing. This oracle guides you to accept and embrace your healing abilities and to trust that you can feel your way through life by opening your hands to receive and taking hold of the opportunities that are presented to you. You are meant to touch the world with your spirit. Oh, I gotta share the. When I turned the page, 2 were stuck together, and so I went. Okay, so this is the very next page, but when I flipped it the first time when I was reading it, I think it was yesterday when I pulled these cards. So it says, you are meant to touch. Then it says, yourself. And I'm sorry. Seriously, okay? That's what it says right there. It says yourself, okay? The first word, okay? But I accidentally skipped. Like these 2 were stuck together, okay? Anyway, so it was supposed to be right here, but... You are meant to touch the world with your spirit. Okay, and so here's the little poem. Sorry. Okay. In a world of no coincidences and no mistakes, you were heaven sent. I thank God for the opportunity to know you, to experience your kindness, your generosity, and most of all, our love. How long I have waited to open my heart, to bare my soul, to let my power comfort and my arms hold, to let my wisdom counsel and my love awaken. While this is only the beginning, when I look into your eyes, I know. Just so people aren't like, what's some crappy, sappy, pappy, whatever she's reading. It's right there in the book, okay? I didn't make nothing up. Okay. Now, Her Grace. Card 17, that reduces to 8. There's a bunch of stuff in here, so it might not all resonate with everyone right now. It was kind of just specifically for me, with specific, with something in mind. Okay. That I was meditating on while I was pulling the cards, but there's a lot of stuff in here for anyone. Take your pick. So, okay. The goddess is awakening within your life. It may be within your own body, within a sensual deepening of relationship with your own body or with the body of another, through expanding creativity, a sudden burst of feeling that you cannot logically explain, a desire to move, to dance, to express yourself, to sing, to write music, to draw, to play in nature, to swim, and to collect shells and lie on your back in the moonlight gazing at the stars. Oh yeah, I was just saying that I can't wait to get to heaven and just lay on my back all day on the grass in the sun and just gaze at the sky and just do that all day every day. Right? Because we won't have to eat or do anything. I'm just going to be like, oh, I can't wait to get to heaven. First thing you're going to do, like, some people are like, first thing I'm going to do when I get home is take a shower. Or first thing I'm going to do, right? First thing I do when I get to heaven is nothing. I'm just going to lay there for a long time with a just ridiculous grin on my face, and yeah, no tears running down it, right? Just I think I'm gonna have a grin on my face. Can we still have those? I don't know. I think I can. I feel like I can. Okay. Sorry, I got so excited with all this awesome stuff they were just talking about right there. Lost it. Okay. Let her reach you. She is calling to you from ancient times. There's that ancient stuff again. Calling you to allow her more deeply into your life. I breathed a little heavy on that one. I almost went like Hebrew with that for a second. Her. Allow her more deeply into your life. Celebrate the divine feminine. She is coming to life for you! Exclamation point. Whether man or woman, your life is about to be touched by her magic. There's that magic again. Never to be the same again. Okay. This oracle brings you a message. There's a woman who brings divine blessings into your life, who is trying to connect with you more deeply. The blessing may be one that is obvious or one that is hidden in a challenge. Ooh, wrapped up in a riddle and an enigma. The woman may be your own body if you are a female, or your own inner feminine if you are a male. Oh, we're getting too confused here. Okay. It may be a spiritual or physical thing. The Great Mother, your lover. Oh, okay. The Great Mother, your lover, your sister, or your dearest friend. It may be a woman as yet unknown to you, but who holds a soul contract with you, an agreement predestined to awaken you. The empowerment will come to you not by rejecting what is offered by this feminine presence, but by embracing it and finding your truth through it. This is exciting because it means you are growing. Yay! I can grow. Yay, look at me. Look what I can do. You are entering into the feminine temples of wisdom and finding a home there. Congratulations! Stage left even. Wow. Yeah, because that's where Archangel Gabriel is. We love stage left. Ooh, stage right too. That's Raphael. Well, that's Jesus over there. You know, bam, it's right there, right hand man. Righteousness. Righto. Okay. So here's a little poem. Okay, that was page 46 and 47. Okay, the other one was 74. Okay, that's an 11. I was born long before our time. Wait, let me do it with the voice again. I was born... Wait. We're just going to do it normal. I was born long before our time. And yet my time with you is something new. For you awaken in me a spirit that was longing for release, waiting for your touch. I thought I was safe to stay inside the boundaries and walls I carried with me. You touched all of me and we walked outside the lines together. Oh, that reminds me of a song from when I used to do the secular thing. What's her name? Oh my gosh, don't let me forget her. Trixie, Whitley. Yeah. Someone to color with. That's a beautiful song. It's one of her older ones, but someone to... If I can, maybe I'll put a link below. I don't know. Is that heresy? Is that blasphemy? So, someone to color with. That's a good one. Oh, was there one more? Oh, the temple. There. Who done did it? The temple is 59. That reduces to 5. Anytime there's a 9, they're self-canceling. Even if as you're going and adding up, if it's a big long number, as you get to 9s, you can cancel it out. Because 9s are self-sacrificing. So if you see like a number 5, 1, 9, you can just scratch off the 9, any 9s right off the bat. So you just add the 5 and the 1. So anyway, this is 59, so it's a 5. Which is interesting because that's what grace is. The number for grace is 5. Okay. Oh, before I forget, thank you, angels. The card that I opened up to randomly in this deck that we're doing right now, the Journey of Love, was so I just grabbed the deck and just cut into it, and it opened right up to this card. Christ Flame, hello. And just what was right behind it, let the feminine lead the way. Or the feminine, let the feminine lead the way. Yeah. Okay, and the Christ flame, that's the Holy Spirit. Okay. Which is feminine. I know there's a lot of people that want to say, okay. The water, the fire, and the earth is all feminine. The Trinity itself is feminine. Okay. 4, that square represents the earth because the 4th element, we're grounding spirit into form. Father is the ether, or Keter in the Kabbalistic tree of life. It's Keter. You bring it down. Tiferet is Michael, the mirror image of God. Okay, we have Jesus on the right, Gabriel on the left. We have Uriel. Oh gosh, another woman. Okay, her name was Muriel. I kid you not. I cannot. Anyway. I just checked my voicemail today. Her name's Muriel, of course, and that's Uriel, which is Ariel. So anyway, the Trinity is feminine, okay? The 3. And she brings the Father, the masculine, the electric, straight down, that shaft from Keter, Tiferet, okay? Anchors it into Malkuth with the fire and the water. I don't want to get too deep into all that, y'all, but that's basically, okay? Christ consciousness is that perfect balance, but the feminine, the Holy Spirit, leads the way. That fire and the water. Okay. Okay. Like it's fact, whatever. So, but right in front of that, okay, that was the card behind it, was let the feminine lead the way. But in front of that card was this one, Hidden Beauty. Or no, I'm sorry. It was this one, because I already pulled it, was in my other hand. So it was Cloak, and I'm like, Cloak, like protected, like protecting the feminine, okay? Protecting like the 144,000 and waking us up just when it's time and all that stuff. So right after the Cloak was Hidden Beauty. So, but now it's, that's why she can do this. Because she knows she's cloaked in protection. Jesus, the blood of the Lamb is what protects us. And the 144, we are sealed. We are the untouchables. I know I was given all these dreams before I even understood what walking through this intersection, and I was doing all this stuff and like helping these, I don't know if I even shared those dreams, but just like helping people gather together at these places that seem like abandoned, like a apartment complex, but like an old folks home, but because it had like a big giant like utility kitchen and all this stuff, and like hallways and different wings and all this stuff. But I walked through this intersection and there was bullets flying all around, and I just walked at a pace and was conscious, and it's like fear wanted to creep in, but it didn't, and it was like bullets were whizzing by me. It didn't even touch me. I didn't feel like a burn from it, the warmth from it, the air from it, nothing. Like, but it was like they were whizzing by me, but at a safe enough distance to where it was so strange, because I just kept walking, knowing it was just, that was the strange part about it, was the knowing that I just kept walking with this knowing that I wasn't going to be touched, which is not a normal way that I think I would respond. But anyway, and just other symbolic things of the red roses, big, at this place where we were, like I said, that like big complex thing. That's when all my intuition was coming back. I had this cat dream, so that was like, I started studying all the dark fairy tales. So many things. I was like, what's the main one, God? That's like, because I know there's so many hidden truths. And I'm like, what's the one that because I was just trying to think of the ones that I was familiar with as a child, and I just remember Fee Fi Fo Fum kept coming into my mind, and I'm like, yeah, the Jack and the Beanstalk one always really fascinated me. And so for a while there, I was watching this one with Mathew Modine, because it's really long, so I'd like fall asleep to it too, but I was just like, God wanted me to watch it over and over and over and over and over until these things started sinking in. And if I can find that, I'll post that below too. I think I posted that link in other videos, but it's very interesting, all the draconian stuff and all this ancestral karma. It's the bloodlines. It's a lot of really good stuff in there. So let's get on with the temple here. What was I talking about? Yeah, that was just knowing that you're protected. That was just one of the first. Oh, I was gonna say the rose bed. There was this man with black hair and on like a black motorcycle, and he got off and he was just standing there and smoking a cigarette, and there was a wrought iron fence all around this, and they were all red roses out in front of this, you have a big rose bed, whatever, and they were all red, big full red roses, all rose bushes. Like you couldn't even really walk in there. It was just like a rose garden, but just the patch right outside the window or whatever, I saw this man. He was blowing cigarette smoke over the roses, but it was like again, reiterating that they were untouchable because they were protected with this wrought iron fence, and all he could do was blow smoke at him. He couldn't reach. He couldn't even reach over the fence. It was a barrier. So the smoke was the only thing he could do. He couldn't reach his hand over the fence. He couldn't touch the rope. He couldn't do anything. So he just stood where he was on that side of the fence and blew smoke. So those were just signs of like the untouchability of the ones who are sealed, but that was just like the beginning of a lot of other things too, that dream. But anyway, the temple. Okay. Page 131. Okay. The lover and the beloved meet in sacred space. Again, I was just getting Archangel Gabriel, who's responsible for the sacral chakra, the Svadhisthana. So, okay. They take respite from cares of the world, entering into sanctuary where only they exist. You are in need of this. Meditation, making love, connection and dance, intimacy and surrender into the moment. You dance again. I've been kind of dancing little jigs of glee lately, like doing the little Stewart, like kick up your heels. And we have a street here in town, it's called Stewart Street, and I just went to go pay my PG&E bill. I like to go pay things in person. It just gives me another excuse to go on a walk and just get out and get in the sunshine and stuff. It was nice today. They weren't, like I said, there was the aluminum stuff, but they weren't, I saw like just contrails, like literally they were contrails, because you can tell it's like 4 lines usually, and it dissipates really quickly, but who knows. But didn't really hear any planes or see lines in the sky. It was clear. But the sun was even actually kind of yellow today. It was pretty amazing. Started out with the white blanket though, of course, but well, I can't tell what it looks like out there now because it's kind of dark and it's the lights on in here. But anyway, I am mumbling and droning on drones. Yeah, speaking of drones, thank God for people and their drones, right? Real news. Okay. Your body and soul need to enter into the temple and participate in sacred ceremony. Ooh. Va-va-va-voom. Choose to gift this to yourself. Set aside time. Turn off the computer and mobile telephone. My phone's almost always off. Unless my son's in school. For that 3 hours it's on. But it's on silent. Turn on music and set the lighting. Just because I don't like to be startled, but I look at it all the time. So, check and see if the teacher called or whatever. Turn on music and set the lighting. Oh, Josh Garrel. I think that's what it is. Garrels or Garrel. He's good. There's a couple. I'll put some links below to some, like a movie and a couple music things. I'll try to remember. Do you remember? Do you remember your body? Ah, yes, here it is. Can you be in its temple with presence and delight? Turn on music and set the lighting. Be in the present moment. Do you remember your body? Oh, yes, here it is, right? Because especially when you're sick, an awakening, we're like so like outside of our body, and then all this healing, and then we get sucked back into it, and then it's like, whoa, life again, 3D stuff and stuff. That reminds me of Mary Steenburgen, because I was just thinking of her because Ted Danson does this movie, because I was thinking of Amityville Horror and like things that were like cool because they're based on like real life stories. Well, but I forget what it's called. I might have shared it in a video too a while back, but it was one of the ones I rented from the library. And I want to say Van Dorn. That's someone I went to high school with. I see it on the back of like a football jersey or something. It's Van something. Van Pratt. Thank you, angels. See, it just pops in your head. I had no idea. Van Pratt. Okay. Something Van Pratt, I believe. But he kind of seems like like, I don't know, if you look at him, you're just like, it's kind of, I don't know, I'm not being judgmental, it's just, he just seems like, oh, like he's just full of it, right? But this movie with Ted Danson and his wife, Mary Steenburgen, that's another reason why I like it, but they're just a great couple. But anyway, it's a really good movie, and it talks about him, his story from his childhood on, and James Van Pratt. Is that what his name? Something. Anyway, I'll try to find some links and put them below of just interesting things that I've come across. But I was thinking of her because I'm sorry, I'm gonna say an F word right now, but I think it's is it Step Brothers? I think I have that movie too, but just usually there's one line that I'll take away from any movie. Just like meaningful, or maybe it was funny, and this line was just the funniest of like, oh, sorry if you hear me, like I'm scratching my ankles, itching right now, and yeah, in Step Brothers, where Mary Steenburgen, she's doing something with the hose, and she's like, what the fucking fuck, and she's just like crying. It's really hilarious, but she's just in one of those moments where she just gives up, and she's just like, so it's like I resonate with that part, but I also, because that's my sanity and my salvation is my sense of humor, like when my kid's in there screaming at the top of his lungs, I just have to, be over here on this side of the house, he's got his door shut, and he's screaming at the top of top of his lungs, and I just gotta, like, instead of letting that anger creep in, because I prayed on it, so God's helping me with it, and I'll just be like, oh yeah, I've heard that one before, I think I stole that from a movie, though. I can't remember which one, but I definitely stole it from a movie, but I just can't remember which one. Yeah, I've heard that before, so, and just different things, like he's screaming at the top of his lungs, and like, oh, that's a new spin on it, and just, whatever, we gotta do what we gotta do to maintain, right? So, did I read this yet? So, yeah, what the fucking fuck? Did I read this whole page? Okay. So this oracle brings guidance to take time out to smell the flowers, savor the pleasures of life, and renew your connection to the inner lover. Your sensuality wants to come out and play. You are encouraged to explore scent, touch, taste, and feeling. You are encouraged to play with color. What moves you? What brings you into connection with yourself in this moment again? It is the wholeness of divine self-connection in sacred space that will best nourish you now. And so here's a little poem part. So 131, 132. So that's 5 and 6. And that reduces to 11. Okay. Love should be given as it is received. No, 6 does, that is important. So this is page 132. That reduces to 6. And that's what receiving is 6. 6 is the number of receiving. Love should be given as it is received. On this day, I grant you the love of 1,000 mountain streams and the pleasure of 100 bleats. Bleats. I'm not familiar with that, bleats. And I yeah, my bad. I actually read that before when I did the reading yesterday, and I didn't look it up. So, from a newborn baby fawn, for I too cry for love. And like the fawn, I cry with the hunger of being alive. And on this day, I cry for the happiness of giving and the warmth of receiving and the softness of your gentle touch. It is moments like these, when I smile for the someone who will always care. That's God, right? Oh, praise Jesus. We love you, Jesus. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm going to do? I'm tired, my back. I'm going to do the animals separate. We'll just do its own shamanic reading. Because a lot of people, like, whatever. It's getting long and I'm tired anyway, but a lot of people don't like the animal stuff. What are we on? 25 minutes? Yeah. We'll break it up. Okay. So anyway, quickly, I'll just share that last dream. So it was like the fourth dream, I think. But that's actually the most recent one. I thought it was the gum chewing one, but it was this one. It was the one that prompted me to share it. And this was really super vivid, but it was just a flash. And I think I was taking a nap, but not in the living room, but I dreamt that I was like sitting up on the futon couch that faces out, the window that faces directly out over the porch to the street, and I have these blinds that aren't slats, but in this little dream sequence, they were slat blinds that were open, so I could definitely see through and see who it was. But my stairs were on the other side. They come from the west and go up. But this time the stairs were going from the east, going up onto the porch. So the rise of the stairs went from the east to the west to get onto my porch. And it's usually, I mean, in real life it's on the other side, but in my dream it went, okay. So he's walking up from the east side up onto my porch. And I just see his back and I recognize who it is. But he's wearing like a light blue shirt, again, like Israel type, okay, blue and white. A lot of times if you see that, it's like a marker of, anyway, I don't want to, not project, but just, but yeah, it was light blue. I'm just saying because I had a dream about my twin like this before, and I was thinking it was the blue and white lotus, but then I was like, yeah, it could have been the Israel connection too, bloodline, this, that, whatever. So anyway, he was in a, like, kind of like those denim shirts, long sleeve button down collared shirts, but it was, they're like denim, but they're really light blue. So it looked like that. And that's all I really saw. I just saw the back of his head. I just kept sitting there, even though I saw him coming up. It was very bright light shining. And so it's significant that he's walking from the east to the west. And it was very bright, sunny, shining on his back, shining into the window, shining on me, shiny, bright and shiny. And I just remember seeing him walking up, and I'm like, oh, he's coming to my door. What is he doing? How, like, it just kind of for a brief, but I kind of knew it was pretty lucid, so I knew I was dreaming. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna go to the door because it's not worth it anyway. Could be the devil just trying to trick me too, and then trying to get me up. And I'm just gonna keep sitting here, resting, meditating. Because it was kind of like that in between meditation, sleep. Like, oh, I don't want to get up and get the phone. I'm tired. It was like that. It was like, but I was kind of like, oh, it's probably the devil, right? Just acting like he's this person. But because there was so much light shining, I don't think that was the case. But it was, I think God was kind of showing me because of the blinds and with all the light and how I was just kind of being passive about it. I wasn't, open. I didn't get up and open the door or answer, I don't know. I was just kind of like, ugh. It was just kind of like that feeling like, oh, I just want to rest and have, this is peaceful right here. And that thing over there, I don't know. That's a variable. So, but this right here, I know. And I'm safe. And it's just, oh, the sun's shining me. I'm just comfy. I'm sitting here. I'm peaceful. I know this. This is peaceful right here right now. I don't want to, I'm not going to mess this up. So I'm just going to sit right here. But then I woke up and that was it. That's just that one little sequence, but I had forgotten that, and that was the thing that propelled me to even talk about all those dreams anyway. But that was just, you know, it's like God has your back no matter what. He's always listening. He's always watching. He knows what you need. He knows what you need to hear. He knows what you need to eat, if you don't need to eat. Like today I'm kind of fasting a little bit. Just because, you know, you get that feeling, you're just like, okay, I've satiated with food, and you just want to feel like you don't have stuff digesting and flowing through your guts and stuff. Yeah, sorry, but yeah. I might do a baking soda water cleanse tomorrow just to... But, yeah. We're going to do the animals in the next one, and another one, the next one. And then I want to share I think it was Ecclesiastes 8. I think I wrote, yeah, Ecclesiastes 8. So, I think I wrote down Ephesians. Well, we'll see when I'll see when I go to read it. If it's not Ephesians, it's Ecclesiastes 8, but I'm gonna, I believe it was Ecclesiastes because it reminded me of, there's this girl in the store across the street, she had a parrot on her arm and it was named Eclectic. So, and then we have Electra right there. Alright, we'll do the shamanic reading in another one. Interesting how both of these cards that from the same deck, they fell out together. And they were both bird cards. And that was right after... Well, this deck is all birds. It's every single card in that deck is birds. But this was just the animal dreaming one. Okay? And these both fell out together. And they're both birds. And that was right after I pulled the magpie. I think the magpie was the first one, so... And then we have water, whale, and white rhinoceros. I've gotten white rhinoceros a couple other times. And that's perfect for a 1 year. I'll go into these in detail. Blue whale came out first, and I'm like, really? Okay, I know that one. And then I'm like, really? I'm going to pick another one. And then water came out right after, just confirming, like, no, whale is important. So, and then white rhino, I'm like, wow, this is like the third time I've gotten the white rhino card. So, all right, we will share that in the next video. I love you all. Blessings to you all, and peace be upon you all.